Is up. Happy Monday. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to have some top shelf conversation. Let me get my brothers in here. We got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. What's up, Lee? Let me get my brothers in here. What's up, Ant? What's up, Big Ant? What's going on, brother? We about to have some conversation around the topic, is it a bad decision? What's up, Ant? What's up, Celeste? Bad luck or bad decision? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today on this Tuesday?
What's going on, my
What's up,
bro?
Anthony? What's up, Anthony?
What's going on? Yo, I miss
How you feeling? How you be? How you is?
you guys, man.
Me too.
Yo, I'm beautiful, bro. I got my bad decision.
He's stupid. I'm just waiting for our brother Jeff to pop in.
What's
What's up,
going on?
George?
What's going on, Lee Lodge?
I haven't seen George since the last time I saw him, which was yesterday. Let me see. I'm getting Jeff in here. Let's see what glasses
I
he's
some
gonna have
sushi.
on. Yo, I keep trying to hit Jeff in, get him in. They said he don't. It said he don't want to join. it said no. What's up? What's up, Jeff?
Yo, good evening, everybody. What's good, guys?
What up? Would it be what it is? We are
What's good?
live once again, and it is a Monday, amazing Monday. You know, y'all know we got some conversation to have, but before we do that, y'all know what we got to do. Y'all know we got to pray.
Most
So,
definitely.
Anthony, can you lead us in this prayer before we start this conversation?
After I drink my rum punch.
That's when the prayers is the best.
Lord God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Lord God, for just giving us the opportunity to come again. Three brothers just having a conversation. Three top shelf brothers having an amazing topics, Lord God. We do not want to offend anybody, but we just want everyone to tap in. Let's have a conversation. Let's pull up a chair. Let's have real thought-provoking conversation, Lord God. And if anybody's in this chat, Lord God, bless their week, bless them financially, and always remember, self-care is the best care. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Let's get it.
Amen.
Yeah. Oh man. It's a lot going on in the world right now.
Facts, bro.
A
Yes,
lot.
there is, man.
I think we kind of at war. You know, a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
Like, all I know, March 1st, mask off.
But let me ask y'all, you know what's funny to me? It's that certain places, certain jobs is like, yeah, the mask mandate is lifted, right? But at the same time, it's like certain jobs will still ask you, like, hey, you should still get the booster and everything like that.
Or you got to take your PCR every 2 weeks.
Right.
And you work from home.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's because even though it's being lifted, but it's still going to be left up to the individual establishment, company, business to decide, like, hey, we want people to continue to be tested. We want people to be vaccinated, or wear a mask inside the office. It's going to be up to this. It's not going to be like a statewide mandate.
Yeah,
citywide mandate.
It's like to each his own, right? What's up, Teray?
Correct. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those to each his own, and individually they're just gonna decide collectively as a group if that's what they want to do.
Okay, so you know what? You know what today is? Today is the last day of Black History.
No. I gotta stop you right there, bro. It's not the last day, bro. It extended until December, bro. Every day Black History, bro. Every day gonna be Black History.
But here's the thing, Anthony. I don't even think that Black. I think we should stop calling it Black History and just call it history.
Ooh.
Period. It don't have to have a title on it because it is history. Period. Every part of it. You know?
Yeah, I think that it definitely should just be. I mean, we should the Black history should continue to be a thing every month. Shouldn't just stop
Exactly.
there. Although it may be celebrated
Yeah.
nationwide. You know what I'm saying, during the month of February. But I
What's
think
up,
it should
Lexi?
definitely have the continuing conversations and just history lessons and things that are being done for the future for Black people,
Right.
not just with this month.
All right, let me ask y'all something. Who is one person
What's
in
up,
Black
Lexi?
history or in history who happens to be Black that y'all wish y'all would have known about in school that y'all know about now?
Marcus Garvey for me.
Marcus Garvey.
Oh,
Ooh,
Marcus
that's a
Garvey wasn't
good
taught in
one. And
school.
let me ask you, why do you wish you would have known about Marcus Garvey?
I mean, he was part of the Pan African movement. What he led and what he believed in, he was a revolutionary. I mean, Marcus Garvey, he's to me, he set the tone for like the Malcolm X's and
Mm,
the Martin Luther Kings and so forth. Because
yeah.
he had the idea like for us to kind of go back to Africa.
Mm,
Yeah, so I mean he was so for me he would have been the one I wish I would have like learned when I was in
oh,
school, not
okay.
learn like when I was in college. 'Cause I learned more about it when I was in college.
Yeah. What about you, Ant? Who's
so for me,
somebody?
it's not a person, it's a community. I would want to know about the Black Wall Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Good.
I wanted to understand like how do they communicate with each other where there was no ego, no one felt like okay this person's gonna be the big person, a small person, but
Right.
everyone knew that the dollar had to rotate, the dollar had to make sure it goes to everybody in that community. What was the
Mm,
language of their money? What was the language of the community?
right.
Hmm.
I think for me, that would
What's
probably
up, Stephanie?
one name that kept screaming at me was Fred Hampton, because I didn't learn
Ooh,
Most
about
definitely.
him until I got to college. Because like when I got to
Yes, sir.
college, like I knew of the Black Panthers, but I
yeah.
didn't know
Excuse
specifically
me.
about Bobby Seale or Huey P. Newton or Fred Hampton. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
the Black
even,
Panther Party.
son. I literally in college watched a documentary that changed my whole perspective. Me and my friend Daryl, we was like, what? Like we didn't know any of this stuff.
Hmm.
And it was just like it was like hidden. Like it was like I think it would have changed my perspective in terms of Black empowerment. In terms of what's crazy was, and I knew about Black Wall Street because
Nah,
I researched it on my own, and because Oklahoma is like right underneath Kansas.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But the thing is, we didn't have the information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the Black Panther movement was happening in on the West. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So it's like, but it was happening all over. But it's just like we didn't know. Nobody knew. Like nobody. They didn't give us the information until like later. And that's
Correct.
just. I just think that's just messed up. It's like what we're fighting. We're fighting for the history like right now as we speak, for people to learn about it.
Hmm.
Period. Because all we got was Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and
Rosa
Medgar
Parks
Evers
and Rosa Parks.
and Rosa Parks. That's it.
That wasn't
Hmm.
the first, and it wasn't the first person technically.
Yeah, yeah. I just read about the other
Yeah.
woman that the young lady that sat down before Rosa Parks.
Yeah. Rosa Parks, she was just because she was known in the community.
Yeah,
So that was the thing. So that's what kind of like helped, which was still good. Like
Yeah,
shout out to Rosa Parks. We don't take anything away from her,
yeah,
because what she did was still
respectfully.
brave.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, it was still brave, but there was somebody else who also sat prior, which I'm sure there probably was even other ones that we may not even heard
facts.
of. You know what I mean? Either way, it started a movement, and that's what matters.
Absolutely, and it's the reason why we have so many opportunities that we do have now. Um, I wanted to get into the conversation.
Facts.
So Anthony came up with this amazing conversation. The topic at hand is it bad luck or
Or bad
is it a
decision.
bad decision? Bad luck or bad decision, I
Mm-hmm.
want to get into it by saying like, okay, have has there been a part where it's like, oh no, let's do it like this. Define what do y'all think is bad luck versus a bad decision.
That's a good one.
Mm.
Jeff, I want you to go first. I want to see where your mind is at.
Bad luck and bad decision.
Yeah.
We talked about it briefly yesterday at George's surprise birthday party. Shout out to George, happy birthday to him
Back, shout out to George.
again.
Good
Shout
vibe
out
last
to
night.
More Life.
More
But
life.
the key, I think the key thing, the difference is decision. Just like you said, bad decision. So a decision like you intentionally made that decision. So if it's something that's a bad decision, it was a choice, right? Like I chose to get behind the wheel, and but while I was heavily intoxicated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I unfortunately because of that I get pulled over by the cops. Now I have a DUI. That's bad decision. That's not bad luck.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Bad luck is getting behind the wheel. You're sober. You're driving home. You're following all traffic laws. You know what I'm saying? You're obeying the. You know what I'm saying, the traffic light. So the traffic light is red. Whatever, right? Somebody comes behind you and slams and hits you from the back. Right? Pause. That's bad luck because you didn't cause the accident. You didn't do anything
Mm-hmm.
to make the accident happen, but it still occurred. To
Right.
me, that's bad luck, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, that's bad luck. Bad
Right.
decision is you intentionally doing something like you caused the accident, or you know what I'm saying. Again, like the example I gave earlier on, you catch a DUI. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. That's a bad decision.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you something, Jeff. So let's say a man is with a woman and they constantly fight. They constantly go at it and they argue all the time, right?
Okay.
But there's still passion within it, and you know what I'm saying? And he's not, the man is like not in the, he's not, he doesn't want to be in a relationship. She doesn't want to be in a relationship either, right? Not for
Okay.
real, because they're always
Okay.
arguing, but there's that passion part, right? They wind up
Okay.
having a bad, they wind up having a baby. Is that
Okay.
bad luck or is that a bad decision?
Bad
So,
decision. That's a
so
bad
I wouldn't
decision
say either
because
because the baby's not a bad
well,
decision or bad luck. That's life.
Oh,
Um, but I think the choice of their adulting is the next step of how they going to navigate this. So the child is a miracle, and anything that you do, that's number one. But how are you going to communicate between each other? Because you guys already are going tit for tat. But now
mm,
I have an opportunity to make great decisions and not bad decisions.
mm,
Before you made a choice of having a baby, you were making bad decisions. And
okay,
it's bad luck. But because you placed the baby in the story, you're now saying, you know what? Let's communicate to make better decisions.
okay. And Jeff, what's your side of that? Because he said it's neither. What do you think?
it becomes a bad decision if one parent doesn't decide not to be involved. Then it's a
Mm,
bad decision. So let's say,
In
for an
fact,
example, so say for an example, you have, and this was what I was going to say, if you have where, let's say the dad or the mom, one of them is
mm-hmm,
like, I don't want to co-parent. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I'm out. Or then it becomes a bad decision because now you're going to be raising a child, unfortunately, under just one parental figure.
Mm,
Or it could be where because a baby is in the picture and there's already been tensions and issues because we see these sometimes do happen, it carries on how they co-parent. So now they
facts.
don't coexist with each other. So you still can have mom and dad still involved or want to be involved in raising the child, but if it's a situation where there's pettiness that's going on, let's say there's like, you know what, I'm taking out my own personal aggression out on the other parent or even the child, again, it becomes a bad decision
That's
because then now what's happening is that the child's not getting the benefit of both parents, especially when both parents knew that, hey, we already are not getting along. We're beefing. We're constantly, yeah, we have passion, which is leading to lust, which is leading to be in the bedroom. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So now we're fornicating, we're having sex with no intentions of having a future. And
Talk.
now we bring a child into the picture. So then it could become a bad decision. But it could, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it could be looked as bad luck. I think it could be looked as bad decision if those dynamics plays a role.
Okay, okay. I love what is it? Grid 101 said it's also a bad decision if you use the child as a pawn.
And that's a
100%.
lot of things that happens a
Big
100%.
facts.
lot.
Hey Ingrid, how you doing, Ingrid? Shout out to
That
in the
definitely
church.
happens a lot
Very true.
in any of that
Oh,
type
that's
of
Karina mom. Yeah.
situation.
Mhm.
Yes, that is Karina's mom.
Bad
Yeah,
decision.
no,
You should have wore a
very true.
condom. Yes, George.
100%.
We need that energy. Yes. There you go. That was bad decision number one. That's fire.
Or having
Okay.
sex before you get married.
I got one for you, Ant. You ready?
Go ahead, talk to me.
All right. I'm tossing it down the middle. All right. Ant, you decide to start a business in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that your neighborhood is very dangerous, but you say to yourself, yes, I believe that I can bring
I could change.
with this business, I can change this neighborhood. Because like let's say you're doing a health clinic. Like you're doing a clinic for the neighborhood.
Correct.
You're gonna get people in and get them health care and get them help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get the business open, it's going, you get healthcare professionals, all of that. It's about to be the first day opening of your business, right? They set it on fire. Somebody from the neighborhood throws a Molotov cocktail. No casualties.
Wow.
It gets set on
Frank going
fire.
with the extreme with this.
No, he goes
Okay.
to the extreme.
The business
So,
is done. Okay. Now, is this bad luck or was this like a bad decision to put your business in the hood? Like, what was it?
so that's neither, because like that's my decision. That's my passion for the community. So I can't say it's a bad decision. I cannot say it's a bad decision. Now, if I had an employee that I knew from the beginning that was a horrible individual, then I could be like, all right, I made a bad decision. So I can't, I really can't, I don't know. That's a hard one for me. That's a hard one for me.
I'm just saying. Okay, let me ask Jeff from your perspective. You do the same thing. Is it bad luck or is it a bad decision in this situation?
I mean, I agree, Anthony. I don't think it's either one. I think it only becomes a bad decision if you are planning to open up a business and you're not doing your due diligence on how to scout the location on the type of business you want to operate, making sure you have a business plan, making sure that you have like insurance, all these different things, right? When you are starting a business, you want to make sure that, depending on the type of business, that you have all your ducks lined up in a row, right? So if you're not, let's say it's a neighborhood that maybe what you were warned about, so like, I don't think this business will strive in this neighborhood, or maybe if it was, you're just not listening to the counsel or the advice that was given to you, then it become a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? So because you did not listen to the red flags that was there pertaining to business that you were trying. And it doesn't have to be in a bad, it could just be anywhere, period. You could open up a business in a great neighborhood, but it may not strive because that business was never intended to be there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I would think like, and that's in that type of situation, one, seek counsel, one, go to God. I always believe that, because ask God, like, hey, with this business, where do you want me to place this business? Does this business need to place in this neighborhood, that neighborhood? Where can it be? And he's going to give you wisdom. Hey, don't open it over here. You know what I'm saying? Again, seek the wisdom that is needed. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously get people in your corner that knows about the real estate in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And so forth. So, but
I think I want to change it up a little bit. So I believe
hold on. So to make it more simple, I think like, I don't think it's either one, because that's something that's out of your scope. It's only a bad decision if you basically rejected and neglected the advice and wisdom that was given to you on why you should not have not done it. Then with the red flags being there, then it becomes a bad decision.
So I think if, say, for example, you have seek the counsel, you have the knowledge at this information that in that community, it's been a lot of fires going on. So you now say to yourself, oh, I'm still going to do it. And then your opening day, there's a fire in regards of your business. At that moment, because you have the knowledge, you seek the knowledge, you still want to do your own thing, then that becomes a bad decision. because you had the knowledge.
Right. Right. No, I get that. I get that. I think
And you can't say, "Oh, it's bad luck. I'm always doing bad business." No, you had the knowledge.
Right. Right. No. I definitely get that. I think I love what Jeff said about the scope thing, because sometimes things are just merely out of your scope, because none of us can predict the future. None of us can tell you like what's about to happen in the next 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We can only plan. We can only plan. And if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You know what I'm saying? So you have, I think within that, if you're looking at it from like a business aspect, if you're saying to yourself like, okay, in this neighborhood, yes, there's shootouts and all of this stuff like that. Who's planted a clinic here before?
Correct.
Who's, like, if you're going over the history of the place.
Excuse me.
Now it's a different story. You got to also think about it. You have to actually ask yourself the question: why is Whole Food not in the hood? They've planned, thought about it, and asked themselves, will people go into the Whole Food at the rate that if it was in Park Avenue? Right. So if it's in the hood, respectfully, it would be a bad decision if it's in that location. Yeah. I would love a Whole Food to be in the location, but respectfully, they know that it won't make any business. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. And like, let's say if you are like, let's say if somebody's going to school, right? They want to go back to school, college, you know, and you're enrolled, you know, you're enrolled, and here's the thing, you're paying out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Financial aid could not help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? So you're paying out of pocket and all of that. Then you come outside, you know, you get outside and you find out somebody has destroyed your car. Yo, bro, where you coming up with these stories?
Look, let me tell you something. When you're a writer,
this is a writer? Is this from a personal experience? Like,
look, it can happen to anybody. I just hope it don't happen to y'all.
You come out the car, somebody jumped from the plane.
And then on top,
you get jumped.
And land on top of the car.
Anthony get jumped coming out the wing spot. Okay. Was that bad luck or bad decision?
You got bad. The scenarios you got bad life.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't seen it all. Like, so, but let me ask you: was it a bad luck or was it a bad decision?
Bad life.
It's bad life.
Is this all the same person, Fred?
This happened all in the same month.
Let's have an intervention. Is this you, Fred?
No, this ain't me. This definitely ain't me.
Let me find out it's the same person who tried to open up a business.
Yo, wait.
Then decided it didn't work, so he decided to go back to college. And then
wait. Let's stick a pin. We laughing right now, but I see something.
Oh my God!
The same person that tried to open a business, the same person that tried to go to college. At this moment, I'm gonna go on a route. This is bad luck for this person. Because you keep on doing a lot of things that the universe is like, it's not working out for you, bro.
Absolutely.
Like,
I think, okay, what about, because when we did talk about this conversation, we talked about wrong place, wrong time, right? So I think sometimes people are victims of wrong place, wrong time. Because think about it.
Of course.
Like let's say if you're like we were raised in different neighborhoods, right? And like, let's say if like one of your homeboys from the neighborhood is like, yo, roll with me real quick. You roll with him, but you don't know he got a gun in the car. he didn't say nothing about that. He just said, roll with me real quick, right? And then you guys get stopped by the police. And he want to choose to tell you that the gun is in the car when y'all get pulled over, right?
Wait. Fred, my fault.
Hold on, let me finish.
But I was going to go back. When you went into the car, before you went into the car, did you know who the person was, what type of character he was? No, this is somebody you went to school with. Okay. Like, he wasn't living this life. He wasn't living this life before. Like, you haven't seen him in a while, but it's still like you knew him from school. He was always a good kid. Okay.
he was like good peoples, right? So then, you know, you roll with them, y'all get pulled over, and then, you know, so like that's a wrong place, wrong time kind of like situation, because it's like this, I'm not even in this. Like,
Yeah.
this ain't even real to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And you get booked for something like, and you become like, let's say you could become accessory to the fact of a crime if that person did something with that firearm or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's like you get tied up in this whole type of thing. We see it on Law and Order. We see it on in real life too, on the news all the time. That person was they say the person was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and this happened.
Correct.
That's bad luck.
But here's the thing. Let me present this to you guys, fellas. Like, I honestly, in my perspective, from my perspective, I don't believe in bad luck. Honestly, I think what happens is what happens. I don't think it's like a thing to call. I think we made it up as luck. Like, people, like our society is like, we need to call this something. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Give it a label.
it just happens. Things just happen. Like, disappointments happen. I don't call it, like some people call it karma. I don't call it anything. I just like, okay, this is what happened. This is a product of a choice made.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And yes, wrong place, wrong time. And we just needed something to call it. So it's just like product. I call it product of a choice made.
Is it product of the choice made or product of the environment?
No, I just think it's product of a choice made.
Choice
Because
made.
think about it.
The
Think
choice
about it,
made?
Ant.
Choice made.
Think about it, Ant. Like let's say if Janelle says to you, "Hey, Ant, can you go get the milk at the store?" And you be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I can go, but I'm gonna go in like 10 minutes." The store that you were about to go to, but you just kind of like delayed it. The store you was about to go to got robbed, right?
Uh-huh.
You made a choice
Mm-hmm.
to delay it. So that was your product of that choice made. You didn't go.
Okay.
It wasn't about the environment. It was just the choice that you made. Then you look at the news before you leave and you're like, oh, snap, I'm not going to that store. You chose to delay it. You was like, yeah, I'm going to do it in a minute. Let me get this work done. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what just happens and stuff like that. Things just happen like that. And Ingrid said sometimes you're not listening to that inner voice that's
great.
warning you. That's
Yeah,
fire.
I was actually going to bring that up. I was actually going to say that. Very, very true, and I agree with 100%. I was actually going to say sometimes we have like that, the inner voice that's in you, the Holy Spirit. If you get through with the Holy Spirit, it will sometimes give you that warning. I know with some women they call that female intuition. That they may get, or sometimes you may have a certain feeling. Like, I know I've been in situations where I had a certain feeling about something, and I decided like I'm not going to make the choice to do whatever it is, and then I realized somewhere down the line that, oh, okay, now I understand why I had this nudge not to do anything, to kind of fall back. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes
Right.
it is really listening to that that inner spirit that's in you, especially the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit is going to guide and give you. It's why I
Right.
always preach and always say, like, yo, like, when you really become in tune with God. And one thing my pastor always says, he was like, a powerful prayer, he always says, or to add into your prayer or to your daily day to day, always acts like I'm always at the right place at the right time, receiving your favor.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember when he told me that and I started incorporating that, it made a world of a difference. You know what I'm saying? It really, really did.
What's
Because
up, Pastor Ernst?
it's given that counsel, so God will basically help direct and guide you everywhere you're going. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're driving and you got the GPS on and you're driving, and let's say you forgot to make that left turn, right? You missed it, right? Because you just wasn't paying attention, and you realize like now you got to make another left like 2 or 3 blocks down, but maybe you were intended not to make that left turn in the first place, because that could have been an accident, that could have been something else that could have taken place. What's up, Pastor Ernst? So it's sometimes like God will help guide us somewhere differently than we attended, to help avoid us
That
being at the wrong place at
at the
the
wrong
wrong
time.
time.
Yeah.
Because I've seen those situations in real life really, really, really happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If Pastor Ernst wants to come on and talk about like bad decision versus bad luck, we would love that.
Right.
And I definitely agree with you, bro. And I think like I just want to give a quick story. I remember it was Sunday morning. I'm gonna try to do it for 30 seconds. Sunday morning, I really wanted to go outside. At 13, I really wanted to go outside. I was bugging my mom. I was bugging my man. Let's put on a bonnet. Put on a bonnet. But anyways,
Whoa, you gonna tell your pastor put a bonnet on?
Yo, guys, put on bonnets respectfully.
From a different generation. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Continue your story, sir.
I was 13. I was 13. I really wanted to go outside with my friends, and I knew they were playing baseball. So I was like, Mom, can I go outside? Can I go outside? She's like, yo, it's a Sunday. We just came from church. You're not going outside. Mom, can I go outside? Can I go outside? Mom, just go outside. So I go outside. It's like down the at the corner. We playing baseball. I'm behind the person that's batting. So I'm behind the person that's batting. It was an iron bat.
Oh God.
Person swings and goes back a little bit. That little bit, I got a whole scar.
Woo!
A whole scar right here. Open up. I had to have 15 stitches. So with that story at that moment, is that bad luck or a bad decision?
I mean, I think I wouldn't even put it in the category of bad decision. Like, it's not like you knew that was going to happen.
Right.
Like you had the intentions, like, yo, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to get hit by a bat across my forehead and catch 15 stitches.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, things happen that is out of our control. We cannot predict what's going to take place. I've been in a couple of car accidents before, and it's not like I had the intentions when I was driving, knew when I was going to get into a car accident. You know what I'm saying? So it to me, I would even put it in that category. And I like what Fred said earlier on. Sometimes we just put labels on things, like the bad luck label, because we got to limit something. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I got hit by the head. You know what I'm saying? By a bat. That's bad luck, man.
Right.
You know, that's you know, karma or whatever. I when I was younger, I used to always have like it became like a running joke, but I started to believe in it, right? And I started to believe on, like, because things just would never go my way when I was younger. And I used to always like, yo, I feel like I had bad luck. I was putting power into that label. So anytime something happened,
right,
I associate with bad luck.
Right.
I'm giving this label power, and I'm letting it manifest into my life. I'm letting it be the story of my life.
Absolutely.
And I had to realize as I got older that I should not be doing that, because what's going to happen is, yo, the enemy's going to come and he's going to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh yeah, you do have bad luck. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know, your life is full of bad decisions. It's full of this. It's full of that. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Next year is going to be another. It's going to be another bad year. You know what I'm saying? You've already written out the full story of your book.
Yeah,
of that, because you've given it power to this label, and it's false. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think I said this before. Sometimes we dress up we dress up the we dress up the lie with the truth. You know what I'm saying? So the truth could be something that did occur, but the lie is that it's bad luck. Life is going to have things that's going to occur. It's going to be out of our control. A flat tire. You know what I'm saying? You know, a nail in the tire. It's not bad luck. You know what I'm saying? That's not even being in the wrong place. It happens. You know what I'm saying? We have car insurance for a reason, just in case if something happens. We have health insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For those who do, just in case if something happens. Doesn't mean if I get food poisoning, it was bad luck. You know what I'm saying? It might have been bad if I walk inside that restaurant. I seen rats running around the restaurant kitchen and flies and roaches or whatever, and I still order food from them. That might be a bad decision, because you got the red flag, and it was graded as an F. That may be a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew already that this establishment serves poor food. The review said the food sucks. You know what I'm saying?
And you went there.
You went there anyway.
Still went.
Decision.
That's a bad decision.
Bad decision. Decision is the key word. You made the decision intentionally, knowing the consequences off of it. But I think we have to start learning to take away the narrative of bad luck and associate that with our own personal life, because again, then you start creating this narrative that my life is always going to be full of bad luck. I'm not going to amount to nothing. This is always going to happen. Why me? Only me this happens to. You know what I'm saying? And you start believing that. You start believing that lie that, you know what I'm saying, that's being constantly told to you.
You know,
Pastor, tap me in real quick. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna just
Don't
say
call me
I heard
pastor yet. Ain't a pastor
Pastor
yet,
once
bro.
say, look.
I'm manifesting your good decisions.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say, like I heard a pastor say one time, like about like meteorologists, right? What do? They forecast the weather. They forecast.
Oh, I like where it's
Like
going.
they try to predict how the weather based on research, charts and all these different things. They try to predict the weather, but the thing is about the weather is unpredictable.
Right.
A lot of the time, the weather does what it wants to do.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can't control it. They just
Facts.
assume. So what do they do? They forecast. So I think that's what a lot of us try to do. We try to forecast how things are going to happen. Like Jeff was saying, like as a kid, I used to believe like I could never wear white because I was always like going to bump into something, get dirty, or like, and there was some white shirts and white sneaks I loved, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to buy and everything. But I used to always be like, nah, man, the whole fit gonna get dirty. And when I did wear white, I would be saying to myself the whole day in my head, like, I'm gonna get dirty. Like somebody gonna spill something, somebody gonna throw something. It's gonna get dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed away from wearing certain colors because that color in particular, white, is because we forecast, we speak that over our lives. You know what I'm saying? And like, for instance, like Jeff was talking about, if we get like, let's say if I get a bad feeling about someone, if I choose to continue to keep hanging around this person and I ignore the fact that my spirit is telling me something ain't right, then I can be surprised when that person robbed me.
Facts.
I can't be surprised. I can't be
that
surprised.
Shit hit the fan.
That's what I'm saying. Be a what's the tender swindler or something like that.
Tender
I can't be surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
It's one of those things. It's like, honestly, and I can say this honestly, anytime I've gotten a bad feeling about somebody in my life, in my adult life, I've moved away from them.
Facts.
I have not stayed around. Like, I've always been like, it's not like into our village. Like, I'm not talking about
Stephanie. That's correct.
Vibes. I'm talking about like
Definitely.
when you feel in your heart and your mind,
Holy Spirit.
in the spirit, and you feel like
whatever you believe in,
something is wrong. Something is wrong. I don't know.
Out of the tongue, man.
I was about to do a show, this play long ago when I was fresh out of college. With this director, he's presented himself as cool, right? The whole time, one of my friends who was in the production with me that we signed on. Now, mind you, I've never quit a production in my life up until this point. I've never dropped out, none of that. I've always been loyal. And up until this point, my spirit just did not sit right with this guy. I was just like, it was just like anytime I got around him, I felt like this heaviness.
Yeah.
Heavy part of me, and I'm just like, nah, man. Get this. Long story short, this director wound up not paying anybody in the cast. He wound up having people in the cast like press charges against him about the payment. And he on top of that, like, he didn't put out when they were like, when they were performing the flyer and stuff like that, he put his name. He's trying to be the next Tyler Perry. Put his name throughout it and put all of these scenes and doing all this stuff and trying to make it seem like it was a Christian play, but it didn't have Christian themes, bro. There was nothing Christian about it. See? So he wound up being a demon. Like
in his own character, in his own play.
Son. And because he was firing people left and right for stupid, pretentious reasons. Yeah. And I was like, nah, I gotta go.
Yeah, you'll tap me in real quick. So
I'll tap you in.
So I just had to Google something, and of course, bad things always happen to me. You can literally manifest bad luck. And what happened was when I Googled it, it said, why do bad things always happen to me? A million people have been searching that. Why do bad things continue to happen to me? Why all the bad things happen to me? Why does something bad happen to me? But you can literally think to yourself that every situation you're in, something bad is going to happen to you.
Absolutely.
And you have not your wildest dream, go to God and say, you know, God, I see that these bad things are happening to me. Either is this a lesson that I have to learn to become better? Is this a lesson I have to learn to enhance your territory? I think we got to come to a conclusion or a thought process that sometimes it's not even bad luck anymore. It's where you have to be able to manifest your good luck.
Yeah, I love with M Sky Holly. She said, "Have y'all heard of the Kennedy curse? Do you see that as bad luck or bad decision?" I think I think if I'm correct, you're referring to like the Kennedys, like Bobby Kennedy, John F. Kennedy,
Oh, like
their whole family.
generational curse,
Yeah, I don't
Which does
think.
exist.
I think honestly, I
systematic
don't feel
curse.
like that was bad luck. I feel like there was a lot of bad decisions made, and a lot of things were left open. Because I love history. I'm a huge history fan, and I've read hours upon hours about their stories and how they died and one after the other, and how people were getting, like the whole John F. Kennedy thing, and like I think that was a series of bad decisions of people around them. It was who they were around, and they were a huge popular family, and their history goes back even before the presidency, like way back. Even how they got their wealth, every part of it. I think it was unchecked bad decisions and people around them that caused all of that stuff to happen.
I agree.
It's just because it's one of those things. Like I don't, because we only see on the outside. We don't know the inner workings of people's family. If somebody held a magnifying glass to your family, like you'd be like, dang, they close. We got to start kind of hiding some stuff. Got to kind of put it, trying to,
They definitely did some grimy stuff. That is a
they did.
fact. They
They
definitely
did.
did.
They
Karma.
did.
It's something
Let
called
me tell
karma.
you.
And that's
But
not bad luck. That's just bad decision that
and let me
It's
ask
you reap
y'all,
what you sow.
what do
facts.
y'all think of the statement? Why do bad things happen to good people?
That's a
What
good
do y'all
thing.
think? What do y'all think of that statement? Because that, like, if you look at Google, like that probably has been
Yeah,
researched a whole
Research
lot.
mad times.
and that's a very common phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I'm actually
it's
Googling.
I'm going to go back to where I was saying early on, and not Fred, Anthony echoed it just now too, is that it's what you believe in. Things are going to happen, but if you believe that, I feel like when you open up that door, again, the enemy's going to come in. He's going to use that towards his advantage. So now you're going to believe this narrative that good things happen bad things happen to good
What's up,
people,
Becky?
right?
Facts.
And why does it always happen? Like, how come, the dude that's out there that's, causing mayhem upon the world is things, nothing bad happens to him, right? Or
Facts.
why does that narrative good guys finish last? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But, the bad boys of the world, you know what I'm saying? They getting all the women, they getting all the girls, they doing all this, this, that, and the third. If you believe into that narrative, then that's going to be your story. So, and I think, again, you're just opening up that door. You're really opening up that door. So it's like just, again, changing. Like, I don't believe in it. I don't believe that bad things
Yeah.
happen to good people. I believe
Yeah.
bad things could happen to anybody. Because unfortunately, bad things is going to happen to everybody. Like, it's just
Right.
the reality. It's not one
It's just
person
life.
who is um walking through earth right now that has not said they had some type of bad encounter, or they had something maybe horrific, terrible, bad that has happened to them. Doesn't mean that because they're a good person, like, this is going to be, again, their story. This is going to be their narrative. This is going to be what Anthony like to say, the keyword avatar. That's, you know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that. It just means that it happens. But I'm not going to believe this is going to be my story. My story is not going to be that I'm going to live a life of bad luck over and over and over again. I'm going to continue to be the good person that God called me to be. I'm going to continue to be loving and kind and passionate
Facts.
and patient with people. Love my neighbors and love myself. I'm going to continue to be a representative of what God has called me to be. I'm
Yeah.
not going to change no matter what occurs because I got into a car accident. I'm not going to change who I am because I was in a bad relationship. I'm not going to change because my job came in and fired me out of nowhere. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do to survive.
Right.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
changing who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it things out of my control to God. You know what I'm saying? And continue to ask Him
Yeah.
to shape my life. Continue to ask Him, like, make sure that I'm always at the right place, the right time, receiving your favor, receiving your grace. You know what I'm saying? And continue to be who I'm supposed, not who Satan wants me to be, what God wants me to be.
Yeah.
Right.
I think if we change the language of bad luck and say, ask yourself, God, why is this happening to me right now? So don't look at it as bad luck. Ask God, why is this my story right now? What do you
Right.
need me to learn in this season? And I think
Yeah.
once you do that, bad luck is not a part of your vocabulary, or bad luck is not a
What's
part of
up,
your
Gabby?
language.
What's up, Princess? No,
Mhm.
exactly correct. Like, look at Job. Job is a
I was gonna
prime
bring it up.
example. You know what I'm saying, of
Yeah, mad bad luck.
every and everything going wrong in his life, right?
Right.
We easily could have had Job come in here and speak on his live
He
because
might be
he,
Yeah.
Job Kennedy.
you know what I'm saying. But
Right.
what Job did not, what he continued to do is he continued to trust in God, right?
Right.
No matter, even when people told him to curse God, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna do that for it." You know what I'm saying? Like this has nothing to do with it. I'm gonna continue to trust in the favor of him. And then look what happened at the end. He was
Right.
blessed beyond what he could imagine. And so
Facts.
I think
Absolutely.
it's just kind of just remembering those things that, hey, unfortunately, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and that day may not be the way I intended to be. It's out of my control. It's
Facts.
out of my scope. I cannot
Facts.
control what Tuesday's going to be tomorrow. It may be a good day of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and forecast, like what Fred was saying, that it's going to be a great day.
Facts.
Right.
Even if certain things happen, I'm gonna forecast that. This is not what happened today. Today I could have, like, something crazy could have occurred today, right?
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a brand new day, a brand new beginning, brand new day for change, a brand new day for me to live the best version of me and to achieve whatever goals that I have. Has nothing to do with what happened on Monday. Has nothing to do with what happened on Sunday. Sunday could have been a bad day, but Monday's
Right.
gonna be a good day. And just run with that thought.
Right. I think bad things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. Like it's no,
Joe Kennedy.
it's no in between. It's just literally like good things happen, bad things happen, and it's life. Point blank.
And look at the
Period.
good things that happen in your life. Even if you have bad situations occur, focus on the good things that occurred. First,
Right.
focus on the good things that is taking place. I have
Absolutely.
a job. I have a roof over my head. I have food. Look what's going on in the world. Look what's going on in Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? We talked
Facts.
about it very briefly. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And look, you know what I'm saying? So it's like looking at these little things that, hey, you know what? Yes, I may be in a job that I don't like, and I may feel
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's bad luck or
Hmm.
bad decisions, but at least I have a job. Doesn't mean that I can't get promoted. Doesn't mean I can't look for another job. Doesn't mean I can't start my own business. But it's being blessed with what's been given to me. I'm not gonna always associate what I don't have or maybe what occurred with bad luck.
I think what
Right.
I've learned in this conversation as a 33-year-old black man is that bad luck that I've learned is a mindset. And I've evolved bad luck into my reality and begin to say a lot of things happen to me because it's just gonna happen to me because I have bad decisions. But I've never yet said maybe a story's gonna happen here. Maybe there's a lesson gonna happen here. So I had to change the language. I think at this moment I'm learning and we're having this conversation. I think bad luck is about changing the language. And
Hmm.
like Jeff said, look in your environment. What's good? There's always something good in your environment.
Right.
Correct. I'm going to give a quick story real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Just so I could sum up on my end. So when I was 18, I was working for this job called, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like customer service, outbound calls, sales position, telemarketing. That's what it was. A telemarketing job where we will call people and offer them credit card protection for the credit
Mm-hmm.
cards, right? So during that time, like I remember I had got the job. A friend of mine put me onto the job, and I was there for maybe a couple of weeks. During this time, right, I felt for a good stretch that I was living a life of bad luck because a lot of things just was not always aligning. Again, like I said, it was the running joke, like only Jeff this stuff happens to, right? So during this time, believe in this narrative. So I'm at this job, and for whatever reason, I felt the need to quit. They didn't know
Hmm.
why. I felt the need to quit. And I'm like, why do I feel I need to quit? So I end up like this, and while I'm working, I was working the night shift, right? So I was going to school, in the
Mm-hmm.
morning, and I was working at night. It was like a 6 to 10 shift or something like that, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to my job, or to my boss rather, and I told my boss like, "Hey," I gave him some crazy lie, right? I just, I was like, "Oh, I'm not feeling well, whatever." I don't remember what I told him, but just for me to be able to leave work early, I felt the need I needed to leave, right? And I knew me leaving, I was not coming back. Now, I'm not recommending that you just up and just leave your job just like that, right?
Right.
But during that time, I decided to need to do that. A week later, kid you not, ended up being in the news and everything. At times living in Florida, the feds came in and raided the whole place.
Damn. Damn.
Wow.
It was on the news, everything. They raided the whole
That's
place.
good luck.
The reason the reason why is because what they found out was that the way they were offering credit card protection, the way they were doing it, it was something illegal, and I guess people stealing information, whatever it was, something illegal was going on to the point the feds had to come in and they shut the whole place down permanently. Right?
Woo.
Whoever was in it, they got arrested. They brought them down to the precinct, asked them all this stuff or whatever. So I basically dodged
Right.
that whole bullet. So my point of my story, what I'm saying is this. Remember what I was saying earlier on? During this time, I was believing
Mm-hmm.
that I was living a series of bad luck, right? Because things just not going my way. But here's a situation during that time where I actually end up
Juju.
that was
What's
all
up, JoJo?
God. I give God all the glory and credit for this. He put it in me for me to leave. I didn't understand why. I left. And then I dodged being part of this huge investigation with the feds and everything. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
that's an
Wow.
example right there of like how you could like just because things may not go the way you want it to go, or you may feel like I'm living this life of bad luck. Again, look at some of the things that God either has make sure that he avoided for you not to take place or to occur. Because imagine if I was still working there, right? I didn't listen to the Holy Spirit guiding me at that point and just stay there. I would have
Right.
been part of that investigation, and here goes the narrative again. Only Jeff this stuff happens to. Bad luck again. My life is full of bad luck, but that didn't happen.
That's good.
That's so
Yeah.
good, bro.
Son, like, and that definitely is the definition. I feel like what I've gotten from this conversation is just like, it's not about, you could call yourself like, yo, I'm bad look
Facts,
Bobby.
story.
You know what I'm saying?
What's
I'm
up,
bad look
JoJo?
Bobby. I can't do anything right. At the end of the day, that's self-deprecating, and you got to just believe in the best. Like I always, one thing I always have told my wife and just like my family is like, I always believe in the best until the worst is seen, uncovered, and unveiled. I
Yeah.
always believe, like try to believe in the best. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy to assume the worst. It's so
It
easy.
is.
You can do it
It
like
is.
that. You know what I'm saying? You can get somewhere. You can get to a brunch spot. You be like, yo, yeah, we about to go in, eat brunch. They be like,
Vibing.
your table's not ready yet. You could be like, you could start assuming everything. Oh, this is not gonna be a good time. Our table's not ready. Everything is
Very true.
wrong. You know what I'm saying? You start assuming that. You start having an attitude with the host, like all
You
of
already
that
set
stuff.
the whole tone for the rest of the day, for that
Facts.
whole
You
evening,
already
Right.
said
for
it
that
in
whole time.
your bad luck. You already said it in your mind. And
Absolutely.
anything that happens in that moment,
Right.
like, oh, yep, this happens to me normally.
I think what it is like expectations versus reality. You
Facts.
set this expectation up of how, like, oh, my day is gonna be great. I'm gonna get up on time. I'm gonna
Shout out
go
to
eat
meditation
breakfast.
and
Yeah,
praying.
I'm gonna go eat breakfast, do my devotion, and then I'm going straight to work, and it's gonna be good. But what if you don't wake up on time? What if you forgot to get groceries yesterday? What if like every part of it is messed up? You know what I'm saying? Every part of it is ruined
And,
because
Backstory.
and
because of the
Backstory.
in
expectation.
regards to what we're talking about, we lean onto bad luck. So, what is bad decision? So, what would your definition, if you wanted to sum it up, how would you define bad decision? Because for me,
Anything,
right now, bad
any
luck is a mindset.
right. I would say bad decision is anything that's not thought out. Anything that's just
I
not
like that.
carefully thought out. The Bible speaks on wisdom so much, and it
About to
says
say
that
that.
there's wisdom in a
Well,
multitude of
the
counsel,
transition.
and with all you're getting, get understanding. Like
That's right.
anything that you don't consider.
So, Top Chef
Facts.
Village. So, help us out. how would you define bad decision in regards to the conversation that you're hearing right now? So I think we are understand that bad luck is a mindset. How would you define bad decision? Jeff, what you thinking?
I mean, Fred just he just told it right
Okay.
there. That's exactly what it is. It's the making a decision with not being thought out, making a decision knowing the intentions are not pure. You know what I'm saying? Keyword decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice. You're
Right.
making the choice. I made the choice to get behind a car after taking 10 shots of tequila and trying to drive home. Now I end up causing a terrible accident and now I'm being arrested. That's a bad decision. It's not bad luck. It's a choice. A choice that you made, knowing the intentions was not, or the thought process, or your thought rather, was not thought out. Not
Right.
applying wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Not applying wisdom on anything that you're doing.
Right. And then it's just like the other side of that is a bad luck. It's like, let's say you go somewhere in your car, you park, but you don't know that there's mad pigeons around there. Mad pigeons.
You go back to stories.
And they mess your car up. That's bad luck. Because
no, that's a bad decision. Because you know why? If you're a driver and you see a lot of shit all over the place, you know that your car is going to be the next car.
Wait a minute, but what if there's nothing over there? And this is clear parking. But they choose your car.
You got me, bro.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Bad luck, my nigga.
And this is all the same person. The person who went to college and he sat his car outside.
Wait, is this the same person? That's his car outside?
This is all the same dude. His name is Tony. His name is One Outfit Tony. That's it.
Oh my God.
That's all it is.
Nah, he need prayer.
That's it. And a vacation. That's all it is.
Oh my
prayer
God.
and vacation. What's up, Sabrine?
Nah, this was a great conversation. I just love building with you guys, man. I really love like we literally what we just did a deep dive. A deep dive is just basically break things down, bring it to the most smallest point, and then bring it back up. And I love it, bros. I love it.
Right, and you know what I'm excited for more than anything.
Yes,
I love
sir.
this conversation, but tomorrow's conversation,
Woo! Community guidelines.
Episode 7, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Our community guidelines.
Yo, wait, we up to number 7, bro?
Seven.
Yeah, seven for season 3 for this season, definitely. Yes, sir.
That's it. And it's
27 total
guidelines.
episodes.
Exactly. It's like what is your community to you? You know what I'm saying? We get in deep with this episode. So make sure you guys tune in. With another episode dropping tomorrow on all streaming platforms. Jeff, could you let them know how they can get to the streaming platforms?
Most definitely. You could check us out on YouTube. You could check us out on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Anchor, Facebook. Facebook also has a section now that you can listen to podcasts, and so you can listen to our podcast on Facebook as well. Mm-hmm. You can also listen to our podcast through our website. We do have a website, again, for those who do not know. Anthony put it in the chat, www.dtopshelfpodcast.com, dtopshelfpodcast.com. Mm-hmm. So you can check out us in every single way, and it's free. It's definitely free, man. If you guys enjoy this conversation, you guys will enjoy our tomorrow's podcast that's coming out tomorrow.
Rated 99, baby.
Absolutely.
And we thank you guys for all your love and support. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And Anthony put the Cash App if you would like so much to donate to the cause. Facts. Definitely donate if you want to be.
We're trying to do an audience during the summer, so
yeah,
I want to do it. No, we will do an audience during the summer. So I want us to make sure we get all the donation that we can, and we really do appreciate it.
Yeah, we're trying to build some fun so we get Anthony a new phone.
No. My phone has been great for the last 5 weeks, so don't come for me. Come for you. I made
phone
We'll
never
see
had
about
Wait,
that.
wait,
bro,
I
my
made
phone
some
never had
good
any issues.
decisions to get good Wi-Fi.
It's been bad luck thus far. I said, I'll play. Nah, but no, I'm so excited for a Top Shelf Tuesday tomorrow. Remember that we are here every Monday,
Right.
same time, 9:00 p.m. With y'all, the village, the Top Shelf Village. And if y'all want to, definitely DM us on any topics that y'all think we should discuss. We would love y'all feedback. Love. We love feedback. We've appreciated the people that have DM'd us so far,
Right.
and we're definitely gonna get to a lot of the topics that you guys have submitted. Community guidelines drops tomorrow on all streaming platforms. Also, Teray just mentioned, she said, let us know when your merch is dropping too.
Coming soon.
Coming
Coming
soon.
soon.
The LLC, you know, we got it popping, and we're
Word up.
gonna keep it going. Hey, be looking. When it start getting warmer outside, get ready.
Yo, King,
Get ready.
what's the word of the month? What's the word of the week, man? What's the word of the week?
Word of the week. What's the wow? Everybody's word of the week. What's the wow?
Mine is wisdom. Since we talk about bad luck, bad decisions, wisdom.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, he said
Yo,
wisdom.
my word of the week is awareness.
Awareness. So you don't want to be asleep at all. My word of the week, if I had to think of one, is dang.
Everybody in the chat while Fred is waiting.
First word, I would just say happiness.
Ooh.
There you go.
Now, so what we do, if you just are joining, we are ending, but every Monday we come here at 9:00. We give some thoughtful conversation, but at the end we give word of the week. So, what is your word of the week? I want us to let's talk together. So, what's the word of the week?
What's your word of the week and why?
And why?
Yeah. She said ready to take action.
Ooh,
So
okay, Teray.
Positivity.
I love it.
I love that.
What else?
Pretty
What else?
good.
We got 8 more people. I need to see 2 more people. Come on. What's your word of the week?
The word of the week, the thing that's gonna and it don't necessarily have to inspire you, but it just it got to be one of those things that's encouraging. That the first thing that come to you.
Yeah, you know, leading you to good luck.
Anthony said, "Because the bad luck is bad." You know? I like that. Stand back in awe.
I like that.
Love it, man.
Well, we appreciate you, Top Shelf Village.
Absolutely. And make sure y'all tune in tomorrow and next week, Monday. We're going to be here having the same, or it's going to be a different topic, but we're going to be having a conversation and we want you to be here so we can engage.
Yeah. And jump in the DM if you want us to talk about something next week, Monday, man. We love new topics. We love new conversation. And what we try to do is bring great thoughts.
Absolutely. So Top Shelf Village, until next week, we will see you. And make sure you focus on that word of the week.
Right.
Peace.
And make sure you check out tomorrow.